The Ironwood is the smallest pellet grill in the second-generation Traeger Ironwood lineup. It's got some nice features, such as a full-color touchscreen controller, the easily removable grease and ash keg, and a twin-wall insulated lid. But is it actually any good? Let's try to put aside subjective opinion and take an objective and scientific approach to find out. With the help of our database, let's select 4 other pellet grills with a similar typical price point, and let's compare them with the following categories: total cooking area, main grate size, temperature range, controller technology, hopper size, construction, miscellaneous. We'll rank these 5 pellet grills and smokers under each category, and they'll be awarded points, with a maximum of 5 points in each category up for grabs. Models can draw and receive the same points. At the end, we'll rank these 5 pellet grills and smokers on their total points scored. Starting with the Traeger Ironwood, these are the 4 other pellet grills it will be compared against: the Rectech Dual Fire 1200, the Camp Chef Apex 24, the Broil King Regal 500, and the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe. Total cooking area. The winner of this category is the Rectech Dual Fire 1200, which has by far the largest cooking area, with a total of 1,208 square inches over 3 cooking surfaces. Next up is the Broil King Regal 500, providing a total cooking area of 865 square inches over 2 cooking racks. The Camp Chef Apex follows with 811 square inches, again over 2 cooking surfaces. The Traeger Ironwood actually comes in 4th place in this category, with a total cooking area of 616 square inches over 2 cooking surfaces. Finally, the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe comes in last place, which is not surprising being a ceramic grill, with a total cooking area of 250 square inches. Therefore, the points allocation for this category are as follows. The winner with the maximum 5 points is the Rectech, with the Broil King coming in second with 4 points, and 3 points for the Camp Chef in 3rd place. The Traeger picks up 2 points, and the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe gets just a single point. Main grate size. If you spend most of your time grilling and searing your foods, the size of the main grate is probably more important to you than the overall cooking area. Therefore, let's see how these pellet grills stack up against each other. The winner of this category is the Rectech Dual Fire 1200, which actually has 2 main grates. It has a 302 square inch grate in the direct heat cooking chamber and a 536 square inch main grate in the indirect heat cooking chamber. In 2nd place, it's the Broil King, which has a main grate of 625 square inches. The Camp Chef is next with 429 square inches, and the Traeger comes 4th again with a main grate of 396 square inches. Finally, unsurprisingly, we have the Kamado Joe with its single grate of 250 square inches. Therefore, the points distribution for this category are the same as before. The Rectech again comes out with the maximum 5 points, with the Broil King getting 4 points, the Camp Chef gets 3 points, the Traeger 2 points, and just 1 point for the Kamado Joe. Temperature range. For this category, the winner is the Rectech Dual Fire 1200 with a temperature range of 180, all the way up to 700 degrees. The Kamado Joe Pellet Joe ranked much better in this category, coming in 2nd place with a temperature range of 150 to 600 degrees. In 3rd place, it's the Broil King Regal 500, with a temperature range of 180 to 600 degrees. Hence, it has the same maximum temperature of the Pellet Joe, but it cannot go as low on its temperature settings. In 4th place, it's the Camp Chef Apex 24, which has a temperature range of 160 to 500 degrees. The Apex 24 can be fitted with a gas kit to make it a pellet gas combo grill, which will provide higher temperatures at the grate. However, the base model, which is a similar price point to the Traeger, doesn't come with the gas kit as standard. In last place in this category is where we find the Traeger Ironwood, with a temperature range of 180 to 500 degrees. As the Camp Chef has a lower temperature setting, it ranks above the Traeger, along with its future upgrade potential to a pellet gas combo grill. As a result, the points for this category are as follows. It's a maximum of 5 points for the Rectech, 4 points for the Pellet Joe, 3 points for the Broil King, 2 points for the Camp Chef, and a single point for the Traeger. Please subscribe, like, and comment on which model you would prefer and why. Now back to the comparison. Controller technology. With this category, all of these pellet grills are closely matched. They all feature a controller running a PID algorithm for 5-degree temperature adjustment. Furthermore, they all come with Wi-Fi connectivity to link up to their respective apps. However, the Broil King and the Kamado Joe lack a dedicated smoke setting, which can sacrifice temperature accuracy for increased smoke production. Furthermore, the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe doesn't have any screen on the grill itself to view current and set temperatures. You have to use the Kamado Joe app to see that. Therefore, for this category, the Traeger scores much better, and it comes away with the maximum 5 points along with the Rectech and the Camp Chef. The Broil King drops a point and comes next due to it lacking a dedicated smoke setting, and the Kamado Joe drops a further point due to the fact it doesn't have a screen for temperature information, etc. Hopper size. When it comes to overnight smoking sessions, particularly in cold weather when pellet usage is higher, this is where hopper capacity really matters. The winner of this category is again the Rectech, which has a huge pellet hopper with a maximum capacity of 70 pounds. In second place, but with a significantly smaller capacity, is the Camp Chef Apex 24 with a 30-pound pellet hopper. The Broil King Regal comes next with a pellet hopper that can take 22 pounds of pellets, along with the Traeger Ironwood, which also has a pellet hopper with a capacity of 22 pounds. The Kamado Joe Pellet Joe comes last with a pellet hopper of just 10 pounds. However, that can provide a runtime of up to 14 hours, which we'll discuss in the next category. Therefore, the points for this category are as follows. It's 5 points for the Rectech, 4 points for the Camp Chef, 3 points for the Broil King and the Traeger, and the Kamado Joe comes away with 2 points. Construction. The winner of this category is the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe, as its ceramic cooking chamber provides several benefits. First off, being ceramic, corrosion and rust are not an issue. Second, the insulated nature of the ceramic cooking chamber means pellet usage is reduced, which is why its 10-pound pellet hopper can provide up to a 14-hour runtime. The Kamado Joe is also well suited to cold weather use. Second place in this category goes to the Rectech Dual Fire 1200. While it doesn't feature twin-wall insulated construction, its extensive use of stainless steel fabrication for the cooking chamber and internals is a big tick in its favor. In third place, it's the Broil King. While the Regal 500 doesn't feature stainless steel, it does feature twin-wall insulated construction and a 14-gauge steel cooking chamber. The Camp Chef takes fourth place. It also features insulated twin-wall construction, and while not a full stainless steel grill, it does at least feature some stainless steel materials. The Traeger Ironwood comes out in fifth place. It does feature a twin-wall insulated cooking chamber, which is good to see. However, it doesn't feature any stainless steel fabrication or thick heavy-gauge steel as in the case of the Broil King. Therefore, the points for this category are as follows. It's 5 points for the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe, 4 points for the Rectech, 3 points for the Broil King, 2 points for the Camp Chef, and just a single point for the Traeger. Miscellaneous. None of these pellet grills are manufactured in the US. However, the Broil King is US assembled. Therefore, it will pick up an extra point for that. In terms of their typical price points, they are all identical, with a price of just under $1,800. Therefore, for this category, as it's domestically assembled, the Broil King will come away with the maximum 5 points, and the rest will each get 4 points. Final scores. In first place, with 33 points, is the Rectech Dual Fire 1200, with the Broil King Regal 500 in second place on 27 points. The Camp Chef finishes up in third place on 24 points, and in fourth place is where we find the Traeger on 19 points, 2 points ahead of the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe on 17 points. Does that mean there are better pellet grill options than the Traeger Ironwood? The point is, with our database, you can objectively compare the specifications of different pellet grills and smokers to make an informed decision. To learn more, just Google Pel Heat to check out our database, or we have lots of comparison videos such as those on screen which you can also check out. Thanks for watching.